Dad. So I'm going to tell you maybe some things that might not quite true, or maybe we can do a little bit different. Okay, first couple of things is Willie made this great point. We've talked about this month. Do you know who this was, Willie Horton? You do?
Yes.
You know that statue down there? That's him. Do you believe that? That's the guy. How many people got statues when they're still alive, huh? No, he's great. He's one of the best people I've ever known, and we get to talk hitting all the time and all that stuff. He made this great point, really reinforced a couple of things here for the coach and everything else. When we hit, okay, who can hit? You right-handed? Okay. All right, when we hit. Okay. Now, when we hit, we talk about this. When we take our stride ready to hit, we do it just like we would if we were throwing a baseball. It's the exact same thing. Exactly the same. So that when I take my stride, I'm right here so I can throw a baseball. That's because my waist is even and all the things. I'm back so I can throw. Now, maybe you never heard this before, but it's the exact same thing. One of the things we want to do is go ahead, you take a stride. Let's see. Okay, don't move. All right, just you can relax yourself. Don't move your feet. Okay. If he tried to throw a baseball like this, where would he throw it? Throw it over there somewhere, wouldn't he? Right? You couldn't throw it back at the pitcher, could you? Do it again. Okay, so what's that tell us? Because I hear this all the time. Stride into the ball. Stride towards the plate. And we watch on TV and we see that angle from TV and it looks like they are, but in reality they're really not. In fact, most of the guys stride at least straight or open. Couple reasons. First of all, if I'm going to swing this bat and I do what you do, step in, where's this bat going to go? It's starting to go that way. Just like we would as we throw. It takes all this time to get way over here again. So we got to straighten them out. It's all 2% of the hitters in Major League Baseball step in. The rest of them don't. Because now, I watched last night on TV, guys getting jammed all the time because they get too close to the ball. So when we stride in, that's what happens. So we want to get to the point where we take a stride so you can throw it to the pitcher. Which way are you going to stride? There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, everything can happen. Hold on. Now his hands can go forward and hit the ball a lot quicker. A lot quicker, guys, so think about that. Does everybody understand what I'm saying right there? Okay? Remember, the direction of your stride has a lot to do with which pitches you can hit and where you can hit them. Because now when he strides straight, he can hit an inside pitch and an outside pitch. But when he steps in, which pitch can he hit? And you coach it, your coaches have been told you that's where the pitchers pitch all the time, huh? Right? Where do the pitchers really pitch?
Inside.
All over, too, don't they? Because they can't throw it over the plate any better than the Major League guys can. So they've all been told before about, oh, this is the way to do it, when we really don't do it that way. Okay? When I tell you and talk to you about things, there's kind of certain rules. There's exceptions, certainly, but most of the time, overall, this is what guys do. So what's a big thing we got to do, guys, when we stride? Which direction are we going to stride? Straight. Okay, remember, how do we do that? So when we get a bat in our hand and we go ahead and take our stride, we're going to feel like if we drop that bat, we could throw this ball right back at the pitcher. Okay? That makes sense, Connor? Because that's exactly what they do. And I coach from these guys to Major League guys that still do that every single year, every day. I talk about that over and over and over again. Because that's the reality of how things work. Okay, so go ahead and take your stride now. Okay, right way or wrong way? Okay. Maybe not wrong, but not as correct as he could be. Okay? Now, when he does that right, look at how straight his shoulders are and all kinds of things are happening. Now step in. Which way does, okay, don't start yet. Which way does shoulder go when he started? Look where he's over there. Look at where his hands are right now. And you guys are old enough to kind of see this. See where his hands are right now when he steps in? How is he going to have his hands go forward? Now move your foot back where you're supposed to be. Now look what happened. Got his hands freed up to go straight directly forward. So that's how that works. That's just physically, mechanically how all that kind of stuff works. Okay? So it's really not nothing about it. I know we all talk about front shoulder and all this kind of stuff, but if we take that away, it's actually from the feet down. It's from the stride, in the direction of stride. Because this is going to go where it needs to go. When he steps in, it's going to go too far. Just like when he steps too open, it's going to go too far this way. So if we put our feet in the right direction, this is going to be all right. Let me ask you this. You guys hear about extension, right? Do we know what that is? Okay. To me, because maybe we don't, okay, I'm glad we all know that. I haven't figured that out yet. I hear Tony Gwynn and Joe Morgan and all these guys talk about extension, but nobody ever explains what that is. To me, if I was your age, or even at your dads and your coaches, somebody said, okay, you got an extension, I would kind of think, to me it would be like, well, this extension means put my arms straight out. Is that what extension means? What does extension mean? I do put my arms straight, but I put my arms straight that way. That's extension. Now, they never explain that to you, and I've never heard it on TV. Has anybody ever heard that on TV, say that? Of course not, because they haven't come to my clinic. But seriously, and I think so that puts in our minds, oh, we don't really know what they're talking about. I guess it sounds like good. Okay, so let's do that. So instead of my first move going this way, my first move is going to be going that way. And look where the bat went when I went forward with my hands. Every time my hands go out, look where that bat went. In the same amount of time, they should be going this way. This should be my first move this way, with this arm's that way towards the pitcher, not that one. See what happened? Same amount of time, look where the bat is. Same amount of time, look at how flat the bat is right now. I'm picking this up. I guess I'm talking okay. But I want to just kind of give you a couple little things that really mean more than the hitting than anything else. And I know we can't swing yet right now, but if you kind of practice in front of the mirror, you guys realize how much time those guys in the major leagues have spent in front of a mirror watching how they do things. They're lucky now because everybody takes pictures. But there's no reason why you guys can't go home and say, man, I want to look like this guy. So if we do a couple of these things, I think you can kind of feel that. Okay? This arm is going to go this way. But see that? Which direction is that? If it goes that way, what happens? Look where that bat is. And if I step across, that's where that's going to go all the time. Okay? Now, what are you guys thinking about when you hit? When the ball's on the way to the plate, what's your coaches tell you to do? Hit the ball where it's pitched, huh? Is that what they tell you? Everybody tell you that? Do they? Come on, everybody says that, huh? Did you ever ask them why? Who's the best fielder? On the field. Shortstop and second baseman, eh? Who's the best outfielder?
Center.
What's the farthest part of the park?
Center.
Why in the heck will we hit it to them? Well, here's what they're saying is they want you to be late. They want you to make sure that you don't hit too many balls foul, pulling a ball, right? They don't care if you hit a ball over that first base dugout as a right-handed hitter. No one ever says that. But there's this big fear if I pull it, go on too early and I pull the ball too much.